like a fuck. I can't. I'm a workaholic, and I'm
Ooh,
completely
relationship
fine being alone
advice?
in the rest of my life. I've had my exes here and there, but you know, I'm completely fine now. I'm completely fine. I'm just gonna be completely happy with myself alone, and you know, I'm enjoying myself, and that's what matters. Do you have a girlfriend, Jurard? You. Ah, what am I saying?
Wow, wow. I saw a post earlier of someone being like, oh yeah, hollow stars are like BFE. And then, you know, everyone else was like, are you sure? Are you sure? Like nothing about hollow stars screams BFE. And then we have Jurard doing stuff like this.
No. But I do have an ex though, but that was like a very, very long ago. I think I told a story from like from my memberships or whatever. My first ex, I think, but that was like in high school, but that was over. That was completely gone. But you know, it wasn't a very happy ending sort of thing. So let me tell you guys this story. So from my previous relationship,
Okay,
like,
tea
since
time.
we're talking about relationships and everything, like for my previous relationship, it was like a very sad thing for me because I kind of my emotions for that person kind of like you know, grew out, like it kind of died down. Like my relationship is like I didn't feel anything anymore, and that's the sad thing.
Ooh, no. So basically he lost all feelings. And so the relationship fizzled out.
Because we were in a long distance relationship, I
Ah,
believe.
okay, yeah, long distance is kind of hard. It really is difficult.
My classmate and I, like, yeah, she and I were classmates. She was like this transfer student. Yeah.
Okay.
she was this like what do you call this, like transfer student. Okay, she was this transfer student from Japan, and like you know,
Oh, from Japan too?
every boy out there was like, oh my god, like whoa, she's so cute and everything, and be me, the nonchalant guy.
Be me, the nonchalant. Yeah, he's so nonchalant, guys. So nonchalant.
Was like, there's nothing special about that, but me hidden, I actually have a crush on her.
So he was the tsundere.
Like, there's nothing special about that. No, there's nothing special. And then I actually like, okay, what do I do? Nonchalant. And I'm like, just, you know, seated right next to her and everything. So in my head, I was like, you know, just like, don't think about it, Jurard. Don't think about it, you know, because there's a lot of guys she's like talking to, and I'm just this, you know, guy who's just like right here. I'm just a very nonchalant guy who didn't really think about her that much. I mean, I actually did. In my mind, she was like in my head, she was like, you know, running 24/7, and then I would just like
He actually is a tsundere.
It was crazy. So that's how I first met her, and then since we were like seatmates, I got to know her, right?
This is like straight out of a shoujo manga. What the heck? Actually, though, tsundere, protag, seatmates, ends up dating?
I got to know her. Like she loved anime. So the reason why I got myself into even more anime was because of her. She was like
Nonchalant, normie, non-anime guy who gets more into anime because of the girl he likes.
a nerd. She was a very like no, it wasn't in high school. I think it was like probably elementary grade, I guess.
Elementary? Okay, I don't know. When you say high school, when he says high school, it kind of makes more sense. But when you say elementary, like, you guys were doing this stuff in elementary school?
Yes, like we were like very like a year before high school or something.
Oh, okay, so like
A
middle
year before
school.
high school. I think that's where we met, or 2 grades before high school. I don't remember, but that's when we first met. We
So
weren't in a
young.
relationship before. It's just like a crush. It was like a kid friendly
Kid-friendly
crush.
crush.
So I was just like, you know, sitting here, like yeah, nonchalant.
Yeah, this is my weeb origin story, my weeb villain origin story. You know what? Is this what they call the butterfly effect? Because if he didn't meet this girl and get more into anime, and I'm assuming that, you know, he found out about Hollow and VTubers because of his love from anime. So if he never met this girl and never got into anime in the first place, we would never know him as Jurard T. Rexford, right?
Just doing my basketball activities, stuff like that. I was still a jock, mind you. I was still a jock during that time.
Okay, so he was like
I was still like
a nerdy jock.
very, very into sports. And then when I got to meet her, she was like, "Here are my favorite animes and stuff like that." And I was like, "Oh, animes? Oh, she's into anime. So let me go ahead and read some animes." So I ended up like reading a bunch of like, you know, animes that she recommended, and I ended up like watching a bunch of animes that she, you know, recommended as well. So I was like, oh, and I ended up like I was just like just telling her a bunch of stories from the animes that I watched, like, and then she was like super engrossed by it.
Oh, that's so cute.
And then and then yeah, that became a thing. But I never really pursued her because I was just this guy like right beside her, and a lot of suitors were right there. And it was kind of sad too, because all the girls were like, you know, angrier because she's stealing all the boys' attention.
Oh my god.
You know, that's what's really sad about this, is because, you know, she was being bullied. She was the main character.
She was actually the main character. The main character who just liked anime and ends up being bullied by everyone because she just happened to get everyone's attention. Because she's too pretty. Wow.
She was the main character of the story. She was like a transfer student. Everyone is like, you know, maldita, a bully. You know, everyone is like fuck that girl. Like, they were all trying to befriend her, but at the back, like, they were backstabbing her.
Wow.
Too, like, you know, while she's away, everyone's like, this girl is such a bitch. And it doesn't also help that, you know, she's also like from a different country. So they would do like, you know, make sassy remarks that she wouldn't understand and stuff like that.
Wow.
And I kind of sensed that one. And I don't know if anybody else sensed that, but I felt really bad for her. So I just ended up like this best friend of hers. I never really pursued anything. I just ended up like a best friend. There was just nothing like that. I'm like a guy who's like, I'm totally fine. I'm totally fine with just this relationship, you know? I'm just totally okay with this. I'm just gonna be her friend. That's it. There is no chance for me, because I am not into anime, much like these fucking losers out here.
He was really like, yeah, you know, low-key I like her, and I also low-key watch anime for her, but no, I'm not. I don't like anime, guys. I'm not those losers over there who like anime. Nah, that's not me. I'm a popular sports guy.
I'm just a guy who likes sports, you know? I'm just a guy who likes sports. So there's this, the girl is like, you know, getting approached a lot by so many guys, like, hey, I watch anime too. Hey, and then they would constantly like, you know, surround her. Well, I'm just this guy who's
expected from anime watchers.
Look, fuck. I'm on fuck. They're talking. I'm so angry in my head because she's getting all the attention of the boys, and they're like, you know, and they had this like school prom thing, and like and she was dancing with all of them, and I was like, no, no, not like this, no. But I am just like this best friend kind of guy. I'm just like this best friend. But you know what's crazy was she chose all of her interactions with me. You know, every time when we go to lunch, she would just like hang around under this tree with me. And it's like, oh, like, aren't you supposed to be with your friends? And I'm just like, you know, because our school had this giant tree in the middle of like whatever the fuck. But there's this giant tree in the middle of the school, and we would often just sit there like talking about whatever.
Yo, what in the Wattpad? What in the AO3 fan fiction story is this? Popular girl who gets bullied by other girls, but she still chooses to hang out with you one-on-one time under the tree.
And one time I forgot my what do you call this?
Wait, did she make him a lunch?
I think. I mean, I don't actually like, you know, bring money to school because I usually like, you know, list stuff, but I think there was no one there that had like a, you know, the list or something, so I couldn't really do anything about it. So what she ended up offering was just like, hey, you want to share this with me instead? Like, what the fuck? This is so lame! This is so lame, Dale! This is so lame! What the fuck? I'm being such a fucking loser in front of this fucking girl. Mazikayo! And then yeah, she ends up sharing the food with me, and I'm like, oh fuck, we're under this tree, and like people are like walking by. I can't do this, so I ended up just like taking one, and boom. Okay, I'm full. I think I'm full. Yummy, yummy. I'm full. And then yeah, like that's basically the everyday of our lives. Is just like
Every lunch they did that. Wait, that's so cute. Oh, core memory right there for him.
afternoon, every lunch, like she would choose to be with me and sitting down under this tree, under a shade or something, like la 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 la. And oh, mind you, this is over by the way. This is like years and years ago. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. So any parasocial fans out there, I'm still yours. But you know,
I love how he's just like, yeah, for all you parasocial people, don't worry. You know, you can still be parasocial.
anyway, so yeah, at the very end of like probably not at the very end, but I think like high school, she asked me out. Like,
Ooh.
Me? Me? Why me?
Yo, what are the chances that ever since she started eating lunch with him under the tree every day, she's been trying to give him signs, but Jurard, bless his heart, just missed all those signs. You know, he's just like, maybe she's just being friendly, you know, maybe she's just been acting like that with everyone else. You know, I'm just another person she's acting like that with. Ain't no way she's into me.
Like, now I don't know, because you're like you know, you're there for me and everything. Like, it was all through text, by the way. It was
text
confession. No, I think it
confession.
was Messenger. I think it was all through Messenger. Like she was like oh shit, oh, okay, let's go. I think.
Let's
I don't remember
go.
what I said specifically, but yeah, she was also the reason why I got into like a very studious thing. I ended up like slowly fading away into like you know, into basketball and sports, into like being more studious, because she was very smart, mind you. She was very smart. She was always at the top, and I was like always at the bottom. Like, oh fuck, I need some fucking motivation here.
Okay, let's go. The girl motivating him and giving him a new goal to reach. That's so cute.
Not only did I get myself into you know, more anime, I was also introduced to like studying for the first time. My mom was almost giving up on me. She was like she was like, God, you know, as long as you pass, it's fine. You know, as long as you pass, it's fine. And then when I finally hit probably like a high school, I was always at the top with her.
Aww.
And like, yay, my son.
Power couple.
My son is actually, you know, like improving.
Wait, that's so cute though. How she actually inspired him to do better. Love it. Love that story.
I don't know what happened, and turns out it's just all the mindset. It was all just a mindset, just to like, you know, like I gotta climb for that thing. I gotta prove to the world that I'm not dumb. I can make it to the top with her. So yeah, and because of that, I was also you know, very hardworking, and yeah, and stuff like that. So the sad thing here is that so this is not a very happy ending. So after high school, she went back to Japan. She went back and lived there in Japan, and I was like, oh fuck, how is this relationship gonna work? You know, how is this gonna work? So what ended up happening was, let's do this long distance relationship thing. So what happened was we ended up like just doing all these relationship talks through DMs and stuff, like
Not even call?
And then eventually, you know, we ended up becoming busy. We were both workaholics, mind you. We were both like, you know, consumed by, you know, by our studies. We were both like you know, consumed by the things that we were passionate at, and eventually everything just like went silent. Like throughout the months, we have not been like, you know, talking and whatever. And throughout the years, I decided to like, you know, break it off, because what happened was I said, you know what? I don't feel anything anymore.
You know what? That kind of makes sense then. If he's saying that eventually they just both got really busy and stopped talking. Like, if you just stop talking to your significant other, of course you wouldn't feel anything. There was no connection.
And we have not been talking for a span of like 2 years now. and it's not
They were doing long distance and they didn't talk for 2 years. He should have ended it off when they didn't talk for like a month, okay?
it's not that very consistent, and I'm like probably holding you back into having relationships of your own because you know, because I don't want that type of relationship where this person is like, you know, like wouldn't go out on dates because she has a boyfriend and I was that boyfriend during that time, and I don't want to feel that kind of like and she has no promises of going back to, you know, South Elysium anyways. So I ended up like, you know what? Since you're not even gonna go back here, just live there. I have no plans of staying in Japan anyways. So let's just end it, you know? I'm not even going there anyway. I'm not gonna go there. I'm just gonna be here in South Elysium. So just stay. So just stay there, live a happy life. I didn't even feel sad about it. That's the saddest thing. I never felt sad about it because it was just dead.
Dang.
I didn't feel anything. I didn't. I was
just
just like,
that is so sad.
So we're just gonna end this thing now. We're just gonna end this because throughout the entire year's span, I mean, at first it was lonely because I ended up like just the only guy who's like saying like all these anniversaries, these monthsaries.
Wait, he was the only one saying the month-iversaries too? Like she didn't even reciprocate? Nah.
Whatever. And then they would just be like late replies.
Late
and
replies
she would do that
too?
But I would also be late. And then you know, it's like a mutual thing.
Okay.
Like, I don't think this is gonna work out anymore. So I ended up like breaking it off. It's not anything toxic. It was just a very tragic thing that happened. And we were just like, okay, it's gone. It's dead. It's over. That's just my tea. I'm sharing my tea.
That's such a sad ending.
We ended just like calling it off. And I don't know. I never talked to her ever since. But you know, yeah, I just hope that she's okay. Because right now I'm consumed by everything, and I'm happy. I'm perfectly happy.
True.
I don't need a relationship in order for me to be happy. Because,
Yeah, say it, Jurard.
I'm completely fine with it. 大丈夫ですよ.
大丈夫.
I mean, to be fair, I'm still handsome as ever. I mean, I could land myself in a relationship if I want to. I just don't feel like doing it right now.
Sounds like copium.
I could land myself a girlfriend if I tried. I could land myself a relationship if I try. I swear.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and check out my Twitch.